Hey, it's Chaba here from Game of Conversions, and welcome to day 4 of the 28-day Corona Proof Your Business Challenge. And during this first week, we're talking about copywriting. And today I want to talk about something that's very important for effective conversion copywriting, and that's customer research, and more specifically, the pains, fears, hopes, and dreams of your audience, and how uncovering these can help you write or come up with copy which will connect with the core of your audience much better. So, a lot of people ask me that why can I just write copy on my own? Why can I just come up with some wordsmithing or ninja tactics that, I just come up with a big idea, I write it on my own, I'm good enough of a writer, they say, and then everything's done, everything's happy. Well, I wish it was that simple. It would also save me a lot of time and effort, but it doesn't work like that in the real life. In real life, if you want to create a big marketing idea and an effective sales messaging that will convert, then you need to really get inside the head of your audience. And there's a saying actually that says that you should insert your own message into the internal monologue of your ideal customer's thoughts. So this is the kind of level I'm talking about, that you should know your audience. And the reason why you need to discover their pains, fears, hopes, and dreams is because copywriting is a persuasive process. You need to leverage all the proven techniques straight from persuasion psychology, because these have been tested over decades and they are proven to work in various conditions, in various groups and situations all throughout our culture. And these also go back to our evolutionary psychology, because we evolved as social animals. We are receptive to certain triggers from other people or from situations. We are hardwired to be more attentive to fear-based messaging than to gain-based messaging, because back in our past, whenever some caveman heard a rattle in the forest, it was more adaptive to be more afraid, because if somebody was like, forget about it, it doesn't really matter, guess what? They got eaten by the lion. But people who are more afraid, who are more cautious, had an adaptive advantage. And the same thing is true today as well. If you want your messaging to be effective, you need to uncover the pains of your people, because selling without the pain, without the problem, is almost impossible. Think about your own buying habits. You need to have some type of hole in your heart, some type of thing that you're missing in your life, that you feel that you're missing. It's not enough to just think it. For example, it's not enough for you to just think that you want to make more money or you want to attain financial independence. You have to feel it. You have to feel the weight of it in order to do something, because guess what? Motivation itself, and I know this because during my psychology studies, my thesis was all about intrinsic motivation, internal motivation, like how can you do something on your own. And I know for a fact that you have to feel things in order to get the energy to start moving towards a goal of some sorts. And if you're a copywriter, or if you just want to have messaging which is persuasive on your website or on your sales pages or throughout your brand, then you need to leverage this. You need to find the problem that people have in their current situation, and then agitate that so that they really feel like they cannot postpone this enough, because the default action that people have is to do nothing. And I get it. This is also an evolutionary thing that we have. But in order for them to do something, you need to get them to feel this pain so that you can offer them a solution which is a perfect fit to this pain so that it goes away. And that's basically the sales process itself. All the other things are just icing on the cake. If you can do this properly, then you're golden. So how can you find these out? How can you find out the pains and problems of people? Well, since we live in the age of information, it's pretty simple actually. You can go to places like Amazon and check out 3-star reviews. Why 3 stars, you say? Because 1-star reviews they skew to the negative too much, and 5-star reviews skew to the positive. And 3-star reviews are the type of reviews where people will open up and they will share their struggle when researching the given product, or why they were hesitant, or what this product really means to them. You can do this. You can go to sites like Reddit and just read forums. You can check out your own testimonials as well. You can send out surveys with a simple question like, what was going on in your life that brought you to purchase this product? And they will open up. Or what's the number one thing that's on your mind right now? So ask people simple, open-ended questions that they can easily answer. And the same is true for the dreams and hopes of your audience, because everybody has goals, everybody has a dream. There's this whole industry of positive psychology that you can visualize stuff and materialize stuff and manifest stuff if you think about it enough, and if you visualize your goals and everything. This is also very important for you to understand and to use properly in your messaging, because you want to create a contrast between the pains, the fears, and all the things that are missing from the people's lives, and painting an ideal picture. There's also a type of email or part of a sales page which is called paint the dream. So the idea here is that you don't paint a good enough picture, you paint the perfect picture. And even if people know that this isn't strictly true, so probably it's not gonna be that perfect as this messaging describes it, but you need this to engage their fantasies. And again, this brings us back to emotions. People always make decisions based on emotions, and you need to trigger the lizard brain, let's say, with the fears, and also the greedy lizard brain with the dreams as well. And people aren't stupid. They know that, their wildest dreams probably aren't gonna come true, but you need to highlight the potential, the possibilities of how this will help them. And once you have all this information, you're in much better shape to come up with messaging that truly converts. And this is, I'm not gonna lie, a time-intensive process. Usually, I spend more time on research than writing the copy itself for certain types of projects, but it's 100% needed. And this is one of the things that separates copywriters who truly know what they're doing from copywriters who just use a plug-and-play formula on its own, and then they're done with the work. Now, I'm not saying formulas are bad. They're definitely important. And if you want to save time and just be more effective, you should use formulas, but you should definitely be very, very familiar with your ideal customer, with all their pains, fears, hopes, and dreams before writing anything or before putting those things into formulas. And then also, if you're a copywriter, pro tip for you: be prepared to modify those formulas in real life as well, based on the research that you have, because there's no such thing as a one-size-fits-all formula. It's not really effective unless you can even modify it to fit your target audience and their problems, because there might be niches and markets where you need to spend more time describing the pains and problems and agitating them more, and there are other types of markets where you need to agitate the benefits and all the dreams parts more. And also, if you're writing ads for Facebook, for example, you cannot use you-focused or negative-focused messaging so much, because it's against their terms and conditions. So you cannot say that you, as the audience itself, is overweight. You cannot say that. Or similarly, you cannot give specific end results and outcomes for people. You cannot say you will lose 30 pounds after you go through my weight loss program. So you gotta get more creative there, but on sales pages and emails, feel free to agitate the problem and to use all the things that I mentioned here. So that's it for the 4th day. I hope you enjoyed the video, and as always, leave a comment below. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know what your research process looks like, and just let's start a conversation. So thanks again, have a great day, and Cheers.